There's nowhere to stay. Come and see the widow living in a street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, you never live to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, the children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. He got major heaven, oh, he got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major heaven, we got major story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially for women. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We got bigger and
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante side justice in this country, none of our will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
Brandy, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Buy Store on Gully Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exodus Best Buy Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion, jump until the break of dawn. Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Buy Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide you. So we start to talk. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school.
A pleasant good morning and welcome to the July 2026 edition of the program from the Prime News on Freedom FM 87.9. My name is Wendell Nina. I'd like to welcome all of you, and it is good to have my co-host back,
Yep.
Esther Daco. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Wendell. Good morning to the good people of Liberia. It's good to be here this morning. Wendell, I got lots of calls, text messages. It just showed me that a lot of you really care
You are
because
loved.
I did not come out
Mhm.
here to let you know that I was taking a break, but you guys really surprised me, and it's good to be back. Thank you for welcoming me back to your radio, to your homes, your offices, your cars, wherever you are listening from. It's good to be back on the radio.
All right, Esther, it's good to have you back after a wonderful, wonderful vacation.
Yeah,
So
of
I'm quite
course.
sure you had a wonderful time while
A
you were
very
away.
wonderful and relaxing time. Yeah,
Okay.
I
If I'm,
deserve that though.
I'm coming for you, you see.
No, please.
Okay,
Very.
folks, that's it. Welcome. It's good to have Esther back after
Yes.
2 weeks of the radio. It's good to have her back here this morning. So let's firstly recognize all of you watching us. If you are watching, please drop a comment in our comment section. Just go on Facebook and YouTube and you will get us live. Just let us know where you are watching from. Get to our comment section and drop your comments right there. And let me also recognize our sponsors this morning, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated, one of the giants in the petroleum business. We also have with us Exodus Best Price Store with two branches. One is on the Old Road, Smart Road Junction, and the other one, that's the head office or the head branch, is on Gerber Street. So if you're looking for a place to get cheaper alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, well, that's the best place for you. And also proud to be associated with the pre-news is Crumbs Tupper Liberia, headed by our former Chief Executive Officer, Old Man Sam Sion. And so it's good to be here this morning, Esther and I, together with the Radio LIB crew. We have in our studio the Front Page Africa and the Inquirer newspaper. And so I'm going to take the lead this morning with the Front Page Africa. And it says here top stories, analysis, free speech on trial. What are the odds of Yeke Kolubai returning to the legislature? It's a question mark to this caption. What are the odds of Yeke Kolubai returning to the legislature? And let's get to some labor news. Indefinite disengagement. UL faculty and staff declared no confidence in President Mapayan launched indefinite strike. And then lastly, this is about education. Discover, develop, and deploy your potential. Liberia Business School to host Purpose Discovery Youth Summit 2026. Those are the top stories. Let's get to the big ones. It says protest leader Moba Molo takes police chief to task over gun and alleges seized weapon belongs to ERU officer. I am not a violent man, and you know it. All right. Instead of surrounding my home with armed officers after you failed attempt to intimidate and harm peaceful protesters, why didn't you deploy those same officers to surround the homes of the U.S. 19 million drug traffickers who continue to be protected and treated like the honorable citizens they are not? Moba Molo, leader, July 17 protests. And let's see what the police is saying here before we get to some exit. It says, Molo, bring that gun. It constitutes a criminal offense. We know you got it, and you must bring it now. Now, now. The LMP is taking all the necessary and legal measures to recover that firearm. We know where it is. We know who has it. And this is a dire warning that it must be turned over immediately. The assault on a law enforcement officer and illegal possession of his service weapon constitute a serious criminal offense that threatens public safety. Who is saying this? The Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, as Gregory Wendell Buster Coleman. Well, let's take a few lines from this story. It's very interesting. Let's take a few lines from there. And so let's see. Let's get to it. A few lines will be good. Okay, it says a war of wars has broken out between Colonel Gregory Coleman, Liberia's Inspector General of Police, and Moba Molo, the man behind Friday's lead or leave protest, which gave the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency 48 hours to publicly name everyone connected to the reported U.S. 90 million cocaine seizure at the Rabat International Airport. At the center of the dispute, a firearm police say was stolen from one of their officers during the demonstration. Coleman called a press conference after the protest, visibly angry, demanding the weapons return. Molu, bring that gun, he said. It constitutes a criminal offense. We know you got it. You must bring it now, now, now. The LMP is taking all necessary and legal measures to recover that firearm. We know where it is. We know who has it. And this is a direct warning that it must be turned over immediately. Call the incident a serious criminal offense that threatens public safety. Mueller's account is difficult. He says the man Coleman is calling an officer had infiltrated the protest in plain clothes, armed and unidentified, and that his own security team disarmed him without incident. The man you are calling an officer at last Friday's protest was found deep inside the protest, pretending to be a stand protester, while carrying a loaded firearm, dressed in civilian clothes, with no police uniform and no visible identification, criminally posing a protester as a protester. Molo said, our cry control team discovered him, safely disarmed him without violence, prevented what could have become a bloodbath, and immediately announced publicly before the press on the protest ground that the weapon would be handed over today to the international community in the presence of the independent witnesses. That is why you are angry. That is why you are overreacting, because you lied that we were armed, and the plainclothes criminal you sent to enforce your lie was exposed. We will never fear lawless police, Molu says. The exchange escalated from there. Molu accused Coleman of shooting drug traffickers while going after ordinary citizens and said police had surrendered his home. I will never fear a lawless police commander like you, even if you bring war tanks to surround my home, he said. Barricading my house with armed police only confirms that yesterday's peaceful protest struck a nerve by exposing the drug cartel you are alleged to be protecting. He rejected any suggestion that Friday's protest had been headed toward violence. I am not a violent man, and you know it. The only firearm connected to yesterday's protest is the one carried by your disguised rogue officer. Speaking separately to Front Page Africa, Molo said the firearm was seized from the man he identified as Ernest Labla, whom he alleged is an emergency response unit officer assigned to the residence of Liberia National Police Inspector General Gregory Coleman. Molo claimed Labla had infiltrated the protest disguised as a participant, wearing no police uniform, badge, or identification. He even managed to get very close to me at one point. According to our crowd control experts, Molo said he walked with the protesters and, at another point, even acted like a journalist. Molo said members of Stan's crowd control team became suspicious of the man, approached him for questioning, and discovered he was carrying a firearm. Well, we'll leave the story right there and take more stories here on the front page of the front page African newspaper. And this is going to be our final presentation before sending controls to Esther to bring us the Inquirer newspaper. Unity Party drug war stance draws criticism as officials jab back at critics. Media over slow moving US 90 million buzz probe. Waka's drug war test. Nearly 3 years into his presidency, Joseph Waka finds himself on familiar ground, one that analysts say helped sink his predecessor, George Weah. The U.S. 90 million cocaine bust at Rabat International Airport last month has revived memories of the Weah's era's U.S. 100 million cocaine case, whose collapse in court became a defining embarrassment of that administration. Now, criticism over the pace and transparency of the current probe and allegations that persons of interest are being shielded is testing the ruling Unity Party's credibility as the government pushes back against calls for an independent, internationally backed investigation. Well, let's take a few lines from the story. It's very interesting. And like I said, this is going to be our final story from the front page African newspaper. So let's take a few lines. Nearly 3 years into his presidency, Joseph Waka has stumbled onto familiar ground, terrain that analysts say helped sink his predecessor. The U.S. 90 million cocaine bust at Rabat International Airport last month has revived memories of the era's U.S. 100 million cocaine case, whose collapse in court became a defining embarrassment of that administration. Criticism over the pace and transparency of the current probe and allegations that persons of interest are being shielded is now testing the ruling Unity Party's credibility, even as the government pushes back hard against calls for an independent, internationally backed investigation. Addressing the seizure publicly for the first time, President Baka called it a stark reminder that transnational criminal enterprises continue to view West Africa as a transit corridor for dangerous drugs and illicit proceeds. It directed that the investigation be carried out by the National Joint Security under the authority of the National Security Council, coordinated by the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency and the Liberia National Police with support from the National Security Agency, the Executive Protection Service, the Financial Intelligence Agency, the Liberia Immigration Service, Customs Authorities, Airport Security, the Ministry of Justice, and all the relevant security institutions. The investigation will follow the evidence wherever it lands. Waka said no person will be untouchable, no institution will be shielded from scrutiny, no criminal network will escape justice. The seizure on June 8th, 237.6 kilograms of cocaine with a street value exceeding US 90 million was hailed at the time as one of the largest drug interdictions in Liberia's history. That pledge is now the standard by which his government is being judged, and by most accounts, it is struggling to meet it. A slow moving probe, nearly a month passed before the Liberia National Police brought charges. Five individuals and one logistic firm, a delay that opposition figures and lawmakers have seized on as evidence of a government either overwhelmed by the case or unwilling to pursue it to its natural conclusion. Alexander Cummings, leader of the opposition Alternative National Congress, has been the most vocal critic, describing the investigation as slow, secretive, and compromised, and calling on international partners to help audit the process. Members of the Senate, including Amara Coney and Edmund Snow, have pushed for an independent inquiry, with Snow going further to allege that individuals connected to the president's firmly occupied offices in a building linked to the case, an allegation the administration has not fully addressed publicly. Investigators have since disclosed that suspects attempted to bribe security personnel to recover the shipment before it could be seized, and police have suggested the consignment may be linked to an earlier undetected shipment. Details that point to a trafficking network with reach inside Liberia's ports and logistics chain rather than a single opportunistic smuggling attempt. Much of the texture behind the official narrative has come from Front Page Africa's own reporting, tracing alleged phone records linked between a figure long known in Rabat International Airport cycles by the allied U.S. Marshal, identified as Micah Brown, and another suspect using its separate allies, and reporting that Brown remained in Monrovia for weeks after the seizure before crossing into Sierra Leone. Separately, Front Page Africa reported obtaining a credential intelligence assessment said to have been submitted to the president in September 2025, 9 months before the RIA seizure, warning that Liberia was drifting toward becoming a narco state due to, it says, due to institutional compromise and porous borders, a disclosure that raises pointed questions about whether warnings were available and ignored long before this case broke. The government response to scrutiny has itself become part of the story. Officials have publicly dismissed criticism from opposition figures as political theater, and the administration's reported push to have the European Union ambassador recalled after she raised concerns about transparency and governance has fed a narrative, voiced even by a former Bwaka ally, that the government is less tolerant of outside criticism than its earlier promises suggested. I think because of time, Esther, we have to stop right here and then send controls to you for the continuation of the dailies.
Of course. Thank you so much, Wendell. And like he said, I have before me the Inquirer newspaper. We're going to be taking some lines from it. But so far, Wendell, I've could look at both of the papers we have in our hands. And there's this story that I'm still searching for. I think you heard about the protest that happened on the Japan freeway around the Japan
Yeah,
Island
I was.
Bridge.
I mean, I was caught up there for hours.
Whoa,
Yeah, that I'm told there's a lady who claimed that she owns the property from Freeport
exactly.
all the way to New Georgia Belt. So they
Yeah,
were trying to evict some of the folks from there, and then it broke out into a riot.
serious. Right?
Yeah,
Tires were burned. I mean, I think I was around that end by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the rocks on the street.
that's
I was like, What is happening?
You talking slow that I was headed
Mm.
to Southfield to see a friend. And
Oh,
then when I got to the Jamaica Road Bridge, I just saw this unusual traffic, and I was concerned. What is going on? And then one picking just came to me and said, Robbie, you got to turn around because the busting people car, all that. So what's going on? He said, hey, one woman came from America. She said they play for us. So they
see the
trying to.
damage people's cars. That's so wrong, Wendell.
Esther, I turned around, to pass through Logan Town,
Mm-hmm.
get to Caldwell to, get to my route. When I got to Caldwell, all the cars that were going Garnersville
Mm-hmm.
using the Jamaica Road Belt,
Oh
they
no.
had to turn around to come through Logan Town and come to Caldwell. I couldn't believe that it took me 3 hours, 3 hours plus just from the
Yeah.
Caldwell Bridge to get to Dixville Junction.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was too much. Hmm. But before me, the inquiry is here. Let's see some lines or some stories from here. We have Liberia's 179th independence shifts massive week-long extravaganza to Bassa. The government of Liberia has officially released a jam-packed, highly anticipated draft calendar of events to mark Liberia's 179th independence anniversary, promising a vibrant blend of technological innovation, cultural pride, high-profile honors, and massive infrastructure development. While the historic celebrations will ignite in the capital city of Monrovia, the spotlight will now heavily shift to Grand Bassa County, which is set to host the official national celebration and a series of high-energy events. And like this tree has a completion, you can grab a copy and run through that. This is police drags stand chairman to court, but I think when they have already brought this, and we're going to run some more stories here. It says, Gavo not to punish enemies. Justice Wednesday cautions new magistrate. Chief Justice Yamin Gwesi has officially commissioned a fresh cadet of highly trained magistrates, reminding them that the gavel is not instrument or an instrument of pure justice. Sorry, that the gavel is an instrument of pure justice, not a tool to favor friends or punish enemies. He further sent a firing shockwave through the judiciary with a stern warning. The law is your only master. Do not sell your judgments. The Chief Justice also did not mince his words when he reminded the new judicial officers that they are the human face of Liberia's justice system, cautioning that they act or any act of corruption on their part destroys the credibility of the entire Supreme Court. But let's run into the back page. It says a 14-year-old allegedly shot dead in Margibi County. I want to take some lines from this story. Let's hear what's happening in that part of the country. It says a 14-year-old boy identified as uh, Ibrahim Momo was allegedly shot in the Hoda Farm area in Kakata, uh, Margibi County, resulting to his subsequent death, police report has confirmed. In a preliminary investigation report from Superintendent Mohammed V. Kuman, commander of the Crime Services Department of the Margibi Police Detachment on Friday, July 17, 2026, the department received the information through the Margibi Detachment chat room. The report said Inspector James B. Thomas, HR Gate, a night duty officer, reported the victim, Abraham Momo, was allegedly shot by an unknown person in the area. It explains that Inspector Thomas, in a report, mentioned that the victim was initially taken to the C.H. Rennie Hospital, but due to the unavailability of bed space, was later referred to John F. Kennedy. Medical Center in Monrovia. Report noted that a few hours later, James Costa Smith, age 57, and Madam Julie Mapu, age 33, both residents of Warbank community, returned to the police station and notified the CSD officer while transporting the victim to JFK for further medical treatment. He became unconscious. At this point, the report quotes the chairman as saying the victim has been returned to the Warbank community and the family was seeking police guidance. It added that investigators immediately proceeded to the scene, and upon arrival, it was observed that the victim's family members had already bathed the body and dressed it in preparation for burial. The report said this action disturbed the original contribution of the original condition of the body and compromised the crime scene, thereby preventing investigators from conducting a proper physical examination and preserving forensic evidence. Meanwhile, the police report revealed that investigators attempted to conduct interviews with family members and other persons present. However, they were unable to obtain reliable information regarding the exact location or circumstances under which the victim was allegedly shot. It says preliminary investigation further suggests the victim's motorcycle was taken away by the alleged assailant. The report indicated that the make, model, registration number, and estimated value of the motorcycle are yet to be established. The police report said investigation into this alleged murder remains going to determine the circumstances surrounding the shooting, identify the perpetrators, and recover any stolen property. And then finally, for the back page of the Inquirer newspaper, man 24 allegedly rapes minor.
Hmm.
A 24-year-old truck driver identified as Abraham Kamara has allegedly raped a 14-year-old minor in Kunasai's Durable Callaway District, Maryland County during the late evening hours of Wednesday, July 8, 2026. An eyewitness explained that the 24-year-old truck driver was transporting crushed rock to Ulafaken for the construction of the new administrative building, which is currently under construction, according to the
Bartholomew
Bartolomeo
Jr.
Chono. An eyewitness, Abraham Kamara, accidentally drove off the bridge while transporting crushed rock for the administrative building project. After struggling for hours to recover the truck, he decided to spend the night in a nearby community so he could easily access the truck the following day. Furthermore, Pion said that following the incident, 24-year-old Abraham Kamara appealed to him for a place to spend the night. The situation lasted for about 3 weeks. A few days after Ibrahim Kamara returned for the second time while passing through the area at about 8 p.m. and again decided to spend the night at Chindo's residence. Moreover, the testimony stated that during his first visit, he had already established a relationship with the alleged victim's elder sister. Upon returning for the second visit, Ibrahim Kamara attempted to visit the family again, but was informed by Chiyun that the younger woman had already moved on to a new relationship and that there was no reason for him to continue visiting the family. He added that the alleged rapist later visited the family home where he met the 14-year-old minor. He allegedly took her to the guest room that had been provided for him and raped the victim. The statement further added that Chio's wife heard the cries of the girl coming from the guest room occupied by Ibrahim Kamara and his two co-workers. He immediately reported the situation to her husband. He returned home. However, the matter was initially reported to the Liberia National Police Callaway Detachment. Following the preliminary investigation, the case was transferred to the Women and Children section of the Liberia National Police People Detachment for further investigation. Wendell, that's all we have from the Inquirer newspaper. Let's switch to you for the television.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to bring on Aliyu, but I'm getting some feedback. Okay, I think we have
The previous
the
show.
previous show is still running. I don't know, but Esther, can you check it up for us? Because we're getting some terrible feedback, and I'm told that we can get all of the comments from Facebook. So just yeah, let's see. I don't know if this new system is going to take us some time to get adjusted. Let's see. My gosh.
I think
Right.
I would just get it from my phone instead of trying to
Mm-hmm.
get it from here. But
Let's.
Chris, if you're listening to us, you need to help
He's
us
not
out
in
here.
the building. Just went
Oh
out
no.
there. He's not here. I don't know. This is very very difficult to access. Well, let's see. Let's recap the stories we brought you this morning. Then we go for our break. All right. The front page is before me in top stories. Free speech on trial. What are the odds of Yeke Poloba returning to the legislature? The question mark. Indefinite disengagement. Your faculty and staff declared no confidence in the president of the university and launch an indefinite strike. And lastly, for top stories, discover, develop, and deploy your potential. Liberia Business School to host Purpose Discovery Youth Summit 2026. And protest leader Mobile Molo takes police chief to task over gun. Alleged seized weapon belongs to ERU officer. I am not a violent man, and you know it. Those were the exact words from the protest leader to the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. And Unity Party's drug war stance draws criticism as official jab back at critics. And media over slow moving US 90 million bus probe. I'm sorry. So that's the front page. Africa. Let's run to the Inquirer that was brought Esther. Liberia's 179th independence shifts massive week-long extravaganza to Bassa. And police drag stand chairman to court, but get the copy of the Inquirer. Gavel not to punish enemies. Who are saying this? Chief Justice Wisse cautions new magistrates. To the back page of the Inquirer, 14-year-old allegedly shot dead in Magibi. A man 24 allegedly rapes minor. And that does it for the front page and the Inquirer newspaper. Let's take word from our sponsor. When we come back, I will draw you to our talking points. If you just join us, we want to say a pleasant good morning and welcome to the program from the Print News, the July 20th, 2026 edition. And I'm here. My name is Wendell, together with Esther and Aliyu Masale, who is about to join.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. All violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the source of Islamic-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to further damage, injury, or even death, as we have seen recent months in several parts of Nigeria, including Nigeria. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Science, your community fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Science.
B, why you taking?
Darling, you look so worried.
Charles, worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Car Store on Gurley Street at Scott Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, Charles, tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Car Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of craft beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Car Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with four different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
He said, when you want some more, I provide it. So we start on top. Come on, so going deep and deeper. Put it to keep.
I can't stand no more, cause no more food. And I come to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really getting confused. And at this moment, I see some questions. Oh, some money, is it become president? Is it be some technology? Is it be some more? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. There is no job, no money for us. We got major headlines. We got major story. There is no job, no money for us. Take a coverage during the season coming soon in the ghetto. All the houses are full of there's nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children.
Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. She doesn't have a place to sleep, and she's shelterless. I'm telling you. Well, folks, it's good to be here, and it's time to draw you to our talking points. Too many things happening over the weekend. I mean, it was so scaring for some of us, people who live in the Gainesville belt. Uh, and before that day, the previous day, there was a protest organized by a stand headed by the former chairman of the CDC, Moba Molu. And during the protest, it is alleged that a gun was discovered. Uh, and the gun now is the talking thing. Ali, we're trying to bring you on, but we will soon bring you on. Just hold up a little bit. Our IT guy will soon be here to sort this out for us. This is a new system. We had not program yet to this new system. So we hope our guy can come in quickly so we can bring you in, Aliyu, and get your side of our talking points. So, Esther, I don't know, but the
Hello?
protest was peaceful, except for the hearing of this gun issue. I don't know who is this person that the gun was arrested with because it's alleged that he's an ERU officer, and the police is also saying that the guy was attacked, and Molo should turn the gun over to the police. And Molo is saying he's not going to do it. He would call the international community to give them the gun, but he's not going to give it to the police. So, I mean, it's a very sticky issue. I don't know what's your stance on that. But another thing, yeah, oh, Molo? No, Molo, I've not. I'm just told that from what we read,
Yeah.
Molu this morning.
No, not this morning. I heard on Saturday. I can't remember.
Okay.
Let me check.
So, folks, that's it. That's the situation, and the riot that went on at the Gunnersville Road, the Japan Freeway, that did not happen on Saturday. It was so scary, very scary. People, properties got damaged in the process. I'm told you know, cars got damaged in the process. So too scary on Saturday. Or those of us who are trying to use the Garnersville Road. Yeah. Okay. So this how many hours this was posted? Okay. I'm not too sure he's staying in the course. Okay, but let's see what it says here. Stan Chairman Moba has been taken into police custody following the execution of a search and seizure warrant. And seizure warrant. Okay, it says a seizure warrant at its residence early Saturday morning. According to the CDC steward and former Representative Moses Akaras Gray, who, who accompanying Molu, he voluntarily surrendered the protest weapon during the operation. Officers later escorted Molu to the Painesville City Court, where he was formally arrested before being transferred to the headquarters of the Liberia National Police for further investigation. Well, we don't know what's the situation as we speak. I don't know whether Molu is still in police custody. Okay. Mhm. So Saturday, when you get nobody to stay your corner, and on Monday, yeah.
So probably something has been done this morning, but we need to do a follow up.
Okay, so we hope I can speak to the police spokesperson to make some clarity on this matter. But this is what unfolded over the weekend. The protests, they leave, how they call it, they leave, some way to call it, but I was not too involved with this protest thing. So, but that's what it is, folks. It was so scary on Saturday. We told that the police and the rioters were in exchange of stones throwing, you know, and tear gas. We told was also been fired. It was a very scary situation. Like Liberia is coming back to the dark days. Yeah, from what we witnessed, because vehicles were just people didn't even know where to turn. People got scared. People had their kids in the car, trying to get
I'm telling
to.
you, it was
Yeah.
pretty scary
So it was
yesterday.
it
When
was
I
a
got to
scary
the scene,
situation.
you could see the scene and know that what happened there was not easy
But
thing.
that's not the thing is, I was headed to the Ghana's Bell. Like I said earlier on, when I got to the Jimmy Road Bridge, I saw something very unusual. I just saw smoke, and the guy just crossed in front of me and said, "Where the hell is smoke coming from?" Then we saw people running, coming, cars not moving, all the cars static, nobody moving. Only human being were moving, all the cars, and they were doing some repair work on the road there. So people just came to me and said, "Big brother, just turn around and go from this place because the damage to some people car in front there just now." So I quickly made a U-turn and left the scene. Passed through the Logantown Belt to come and use Caldwell to come to where I was headed to Southfield. To leave from Caldwell Bridge to get to Diggsville Junction, I spent pretty close to 3 hours in that traffic because the thing was so confusing. Thank you so much for being on time, chap. The thing was so confusing. People just all over the place after Friday protest day again. riot again all on the Japan freeway. So where are we headed as a country? It's so scary. You see, you still have the first show on it.
Mhm.
You know,
Something.
so that's the situation. So Esther, let's hear from you. You know, what do you make of the weapon seizure? Okay, thank you so much. It's been taken care of. So how do we get to read the comments? Esther, let's get your stand on this issue, then we can,
Yeah, go to Aliyu.
yeah, transition to something else.
Of course, Wendell.
Mhm.
First of all, for the number of years that we have seen Molu as a chairman of the CDC, all of these years, I've not really seen him, physically involved with violence. I will not speak for him concerning how the gun was, apprehended by them, but according to the information that I gathered from a few people who were part of the protest, they said
Mhm.
that uh, someone was planted among them with a gun.
Mhm.
They did not say it was an ERU officer. Whether it was an ERU officer who was in plain clothes, we do not know that because, when people are having a protest and a certain group of people are against it, they will do everything possible to plant people in your midst to disrupt whatever you guys want to do and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so I cannot fully speak to that. I'm hoping that uh, whatever it is, it can be resolved because at the end of the day, nobody should go and form part of a protest, carrying arm, more especially illegal arm.
Mhm.
And we're now being told by the police that this belonged to an ERU officer. That means the it was taken from an ERU officer, and because of that, I do not have much information on that, so I do not want to speak deeply on that. But I'm hoping that this can be resolved and the arm can be turned over because Molu is saying now that he has to turn it over to, international community has to be involved and all of that. Yeah, because if someone was planted in the midst, international community needs to be aware that the country we live in is not safe. That people cannot peacefully assemble to, express their grievances why you have people there planting things among them and all of that. So that's what I have to say concerning that.
Okay.
And Wendell, I want to also speak to this
Mhm.
protest that happened on the Chipin Freeway, most especially to our young brothers, because I understand that the issue of land dispute is a serious thing. We have
Mhm.
witnessed a lot of people being victimized. People will leave their land for so many years. People will develop it and they would just come up one day and say this land belongs to me, whereby someone have already sold that land to someone and that person have gone ahead and developed it. This is wrong. I don't know what part the land authority has to play with this window, but something needs to be done. People are still buying land in this country. They are even making some of us afraid. People are still buying land. How do you know that this land belongs to somebody who
Mhm.
own it and they refused to come to the country since 30 years ago? Now you have the land, you've developed it, and this is happening. It is wrong. We will only rejoice about demolition where people build on the waterway because we've witnessed erosion happening. I mean, flood happening in other countries around us. Ghana, right here. There were a lot of people who died from the rain. I think you know that. Homes were seriously flooded, people died. And this is not something we want to happen in our country. And so these are the ones that we will, be happy about because you cannot build on the waterway and expect us to, have it stay there at the
Mhm.
detriment of the people. But when it comes to somebody only look at the amount of land they're talking about from Logan Town when they're all the way to New Georgia. One person is claiming that area.
Well, I get
People
part.
have
I
developed
get.
it. People have put their eggs in one basket right there, and you want to go and take it from them all of a sudden.
I
I
get park
do
in
not
Chongo
support.
because to stand from Freeport to Chung
I
Rock
tell
all the way to New
all
Georgia
the
and
way to
say
New
they play.
Georgia.
Because how they
That's
used to
not.
get land way back.
You see there.
Stand here and Chung, they play what they rock with reach at your land.
Exactly. I do not support the kind of protest you guys carry out down there. It was risky. You had innocent people on that road driving their cars and you were choking them. This is so wrong. You cannot do that. When you have
Right.
these issues, that's why we have the law. You go to the law. Because from even though I do not want to rely on, they say information, but I'm told that the leader was, invited to the court several times. She have not gone there. She just brought people to demolish the houses, and that doesn't work that way. If I have a land deed for this place and you say this place is for you, come with your deed. Let's go to court.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But you walking up one day and just carrying people there, you think the people ain't get sense? You think the money they spend there too, they wouldn't fight for it? But I beg you, please, this is not how you can channel your grievances. Blocking the road, burning tires, you disrupted the entire day activity. You have people very afraid. People cars got damaged.
Mm-hmm. So who's
And
gonna
even 2
pay?
police officers got hurt in the
Oh,
process.
one of the policemen, but I know how you get sell it out. That's small thing.
Wow. So
Hmm.
this is wrong. We cannot keep going about our lives like
Sad for
this.
our country. It's very, very. I'm
Yeah.
told Mueller was released to his lawyers on Saturday, and
Okay.
so I'm quite sure they are, getting prepped up for maybe court appearance today or whatever they're going to do. But thank
That's
you,
good.
Triple S, for the information. And let's see what we can bring in Aliyu. Aliyu, good
Yeah,
morning.
Aliyu is already on.
Aliyu, are you here? Mr. Masale, are you here?
Uh,
Uh, Aliyu,
if
are
you
you
are here,
there?
just put on your camera so we can know what to do. Because we're not hearing you, and you're also off of your camera.
Aliyu Masale, are
Hello,
you? Yeah, Aliyu.
good morning. How are you?
Oh, fine.
I'm
Thank you.
fine.
Welcome. Let's hear you, Aliyu. It's been a bit. It's good having you this
Yeah,
morning.
thank you. Thank you. Yes, it's been a while. Yeah, the whole lot, actually, the whole lot last weekend, something like that.
Hmm.
You just get me laughing loud here this morning. She said they make a chongo.
Yes,
But that small chunk up get park and
from
chunk to
Youngstown to
stand from
New Georgia,
Freeport. You stand red to Freeport,
you
you
make an
chunk
extra engine.
your rack reach all the way to New Joy. That fun.
I know. Yeah, but it's nice being back here again. Yes, the one we break is over. Yeah, we get to the issue. This thing you see, this thing happening in the country. If you have a government that does not respect the rule of law. And when people don't trust the justice system, that's why you see they take laws into their hands. And I always say this: children learn from their parents. If the government were respecting the rule of law, the constitution, that everybody will be kept in check. Okay, if the justice system is being trusted, nobody will just go a bit doing this thing. So these are the results of people taking laws into their hand, blocking roads. When I saw that thing, that I was like, what's going on again in the country? People throwing stone. Oh, it was just so horrible. These are things that you don't expect people in the world to be watching this kind of thing, and then they will be like, "Oh yeah, we can go to that country. We are not in war, nothing." And then you just see people doing things as if to say the country is in a crisis. This is not good or not a rescue and responsible government as they claim to be. But that is it. When there is no respect for rule of law, people don't trust the justice system. They take laws into their hands. That's just it right there. So this model issue, first of all, prior to the protest, I saw something from Jeremy PR, and I think also is that how they arrested somebody with petrol bomb, this and that. People who are getting ready for the protest. The Unity Party, we know they will arrest people with petrol bomb, and then the name of those people remain classified. But one thing I noticed that everything in the government is a national security issue is classified. Because if you arrest people with petrol bomb prior to the protest, we expect to see the name of those people. And we know the Unity Party, those people will be caught, they parading with them or in the street taking it to South Beach or whatsoever. When you arrested people with petrol bomb today, we can see the people, we don't know their names. That was just another lie, scare tactic. The government, they are losing grip. You see, they just wanted to put fear in people so that people couldn't come up on Friday. That's why they were doing all of these things. And again, this issue about them going being arrested during the protest. There's a guy, I don't know how true it is. His picture were all on social media in clean clothes. There's a lady that were on the protesting, speaking bars all over and over. And this guy was moving with this woman foot to foot. He was almost like some of the protesters on the
Hmm.
scene. So how will you say this man was going to work in clean clothes and they arrested him, they disarmed him? How come when this man was seen on the protest scene more than an hour among the people? You see? So
Hmm.
this is something that was staged by the Liberia National Police. They just planted somebody among them just so in case of anything they will say, oh yeah, we told you they had somebody with arm and just to go and harm people or do something on that protest scene. But you can tell me this man was going to work and then the guy will just be going to work, they come and grab you and then take arm from you. So this is something that was staged by the Liberia National Police. And this is not good for the country. That people cannot assemble peacefully to protest, and everything was going on peacefully till that gun business happened, and then North came up. So we want to know this man, how he managed to get among the protesters that he was disarmed. But this is not good. Gregory Coleman, you are not doing anything good over there. And we don't want to be seeing this thing under a rescue government. So, like Molu, yes, he was arrested on Saturday, and later on his lawyer went and they did what they could do, and he was released. He went home. So that's just what happened. But this government, it is today that they know it is not good to protest, it's scare investors, it's not good for the image of the country. But yesterday they were protesting after every 2 3 months. So it was good yesterday, it can attract investors to the country. But today under their watch, no, it's not good. So everything I was buy yesterday, everything that was good yesterday is bad today. That's the unity party. But that's it.
Thank you.
Weather report, man.
Well, I don't. We haven't seen our weather report man yet. I don't know what the tune is this year because let's check. Let's go to our background. No, he's not here. All right. So let's see what we can hear from our people. But before we do, Esther will take a few comments. But Esther, it's something we stay investigating that we need to talk about the current situation about the city parking thing. I'm told the city parking was outsourced to somebody who I'm told is connected to the mayor, but we are still investigating. So let's get the few comments we have, and then from there we can take a few calls and leave here at 12:30.
Thank you. We have Stephen Sly says good morning from Minnesota. Henry Tito Jr. says good morning, my Freedom FM family and the Radio LIB crew of the USA with our weather report man, Uncle Tennis from Staten Island, New York City. The Big Apple, I'm following you from a residence in Upper Caldwell. Thanks for the great show. We have Roland Mechigar Okar Senior. He says, I'm watching from the city of Natural Beauty, Obi Grove, City District number 1, Grand Bassa County. We have Darlington Rue. He says, good morning, watching from New Georgia. We have Anisha's Junior Bar. He says, I'm watching from the borough of New Town. We have Wati
Bleedy?
Bleedy says is watching from Philippines. We have Karike Pasewa. She says good morning to you both. Watching from Canada. Esther, you came to Canada and did not call me. That's for Canada. Well, I did not go to Canada though. But good morning to you. I know you're just pulling my legs. We have Jonathan K. Bola says following from the USA. We have Hassan Payne says good morning, Freedom FM. I'm watching you guys from Douala Market here in Makeke. This United Party government don't or doesn't able or ain't able this country. So 2029 we are making move for them with our vote. have
Mm,
let's
I
see
think
more.
there's some connection issue over there from the station.
Okay.
Aliyu, Aliyu,
Yeah, because I see Windia as suggestion.
Aliyu, can you hear me?
But the problem here, like I said, the Unity
Aliyu.
Party, we know them.
Emails we're not on.
You
We
can
are on.
tell me you
Okay.
people will arrest someone with petrol bomb,
All right. So let's continue with the
which is
comments.
very dangerous. Prior to the protest and the name
Mhm.
of those people. Okay, you guys are back, or
Hello, Aliyu, are you there?
yes, I tell you guys when I'm here.
Okay, that's good. So, Esther, we're done with the comments. Can we now get to the calls?
We can go to calls even though we're not done with the comments yet,
Okay,
but
but let's take calls because we're running out of time. We'll come back
yeah.
and take the few we have.
And I
So,
don't even know what's going on with this stuff.
0776
Okay, we're good.
And if you try to reach me on my personal line, you wouldn't get me. My phone is off. So I know a lot of you that have my number most of the time can get through my number. It's unfortunate this morning that the phone is off. So let me have you informed before you waste your time to call me. 0776 The numbers, the female line is 0770297016, and the WhatsApp line is +231 886 Let's take you as our first caller. Good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much, Material William, and thanks to Esther. And Esther, welcome back, man. Yeah, we made a voice every day. And thanks to people Tony also.
Thank you.
For the recognitions, for the recognitions, I'm focused, Robert. And I told you this morning from the first time we called my locality. I told you this morning from the headquarters of the National Police headquarters. When we came to draw our chairman that was falsely accused and Nicodemously accused. We want to say this categorically clear to Mr. Gregory Kumo along with his legs. This country has put it out the money Gregory Kumo. We are very clear. We are not threatening him, but we are just staying there and want to get to spare him. This country has put it out the money Gregory Kumo. What Gregory Kumo is doing, he are carrying our country to the dark, to the people or the churches. Come to a churches, they are taking very talented and we be very mute or interview. Monarchy don't do nothing. When you only grant this money and see the way the police are behaving or people, you know that there's a motive. There's a single motive that on this and not about only calling for Mr. for questioning. We are very clear. We want to remind Mr. Common that he has put that up before him. Mr. Modu has not done nothing. Absolutely nothing. You brought your thoughts in our midst and we never did nothing, but we took the weapon and then we turned it very patriotic and national people. Our chairman, I call it or estimated. Today, you call us to come back and they are behaving they say we are fighting war and they are putting all of their how to call it man knowledge, even talking about
You on the people grind. You on the people grind. You're making that kind of big muff.
no, it's not a big more. It's not a reality. I ain't saying even of them. They look at me. They are free and man, not even all, and they are putting on back and say we are not for war. When our chairman here for
No, you can't be on the people grind and address them like that.
they check out check the city down. They don't want to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Poka. You got to be very careful. You're on the grounds of the LMP. You have to be very careful with your assertion. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good afternoon, Edmund.
Okay. Afternoon. Okay. Let me see how to answer Masale in the U.S. You know, that situation that occurred at that Obanavi end, the government is responsible. Because we know you are intern here. I don't know since when you build a house, you build your house before getting into the difficult day. But those are the people that are beating her around. Ellie Lott, George Weah, Joe Boakai. You know what for one break right now? You know what for one play? Two by two that you need to get it for $75, $50 liberty. You know what for one right now? $350, $400 for one piece. You want by six, you know how much for you now? Then you go through it. All of a sudden, you see somebody come stay in front of your building, say they play it, but then they are about to break it down. If they can't fun with you, what do? If they charge it, they go to jail. It's better that way. For you to live with that trauma. Because after fighting over the years to save yourself with a headache or railway you paying to the people, but tell that they'll tell you they will add money on it. Every year they will add money on it. Whether the bed, whether the roof is leaking directly on your bed, they don't care. All they know, the other money you should pay. You save yourself out of it. 30 years, 40 years you live here. That's somebody can't say they belong to them. You know what you will do? So the government need to try. And all of these things, it seems like up there that our is not stable. It's not okay for any kind of star investor to come in the country. How can an investor will be driving through a major road? You see a fire blazing in front of you. You see people pumping at your car, destroying it. This is the first time you see a government that comes to power on the master of rescuing people.
Okay.
And everything that they do on a daily basis, it is intended to turn goodwill people away from the country.
Okay.
I don't believe you people in the country. Anyway, Molu, we are still studying the situation. Let's spend this money. This is our first call that I'm making on this show because I was waiting for you guys, waiting for KOK, waiting for Abu there. I didn't hear much of them, so for that I couldn't respond to them or say anything about the Molu issue. We are studying it to see what really unfolding.
Okay.
So we shall get our hand out of the basic information that we need. We will come up, we will say it. If they want to come for us, they will come for us. We don't care. We are not afraid. Thank you, Winner.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and take your 1 minute.
This is Sabani Ambrose, the realist. Honestly, I must admit, I enjoy. I'm sorry you spent 3 hours to that place. But Wendell, since you know when you get, I'm a government yet. But you know me. The government don't let me. I want to tell the people of call me, you call that place, Jamaica will thank you. But now all let me call it out in Jamaica. You gotta come up with a Lord. I heard that in Ghana, when you stay on somebody's land for 10 years, the government will take it. Who can pass a laws in here with all these things there? Somebody come somewhere, they come talk about the paper for them. After 40 years. So that was very necessary. Serious thing. We need to do more of that.
So what do you have to say to your government? You brought this government on us.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's nothing on a place. You can go down there. On a mile. If you happen where to the place that stay down. You know, we need to stand up with the citizens. We know what government will make law. So now I think my people to Jamaica will get their help to me. Not do anything.
Thank you.
Anybody can not do your children over. And my car and your bossing.
Thank you. Thank you. We're not pushing for violence. I don't think that's the way forward. In as much we didn't support this government coming, but it is our government, the government for everybody. You know, it's not one person, CDC or Unity Party or ANC or all the parties in our government here. But if the government err, let's say it. If the government makes some positive move, we'll say it. But let's keep talking Liberia. That's the only way Liberia will get better. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Nimle.
Good morning, Sabu Rasta. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you in a minute.
Thank you, William, for having me on this unique platform. For the public recognition, this is the voice of Sabu Rasta when you are called from Port to this Mexican location and for Zimbabwe. A proud member of the concerned Liberian for justice. Look, when you let me tell you something in the morning, brother William. You see, the action for the police that going to tell you that the police director is one of the cartel in the Republic. Look, we've been knowing Modu for terms in number and number. We've never been knowing Modu. One day in left, Modu have never graced when it comes to violence. No, Modu is not in violence. But for today, we get 19 million drugs. We know to see people 19 million drugs. We know the investigation just go with that kind of tango way. But today, the see that the police taking Modu being too serious, telling Modu to all every Modu that criminal to the people who bring 19 million drugs to our country. The director get them for the get them to come in there. They made a poor. What are you going to do after poor? That poor things don't get to the airport. Then they go after poor. You look at men of Modu. Reputable men of Molu, and then you say you're going after Molu, but let me tell you, before I drop his line, the director of police will be put to shame. He will be made to shame with all the talent. The laboratory will know that you one of the cartel. The only reason you see the director is to give Molu because Molu is exposing a shitty things. When I can you imagine, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? To see a peaceful squad with a people protection. If you're talking to Molu, the Molu can hang you up or up. You tell him Molu say you command him Molu like you did demon calling a bro. We are thanking for having me, but then we get out of we want to thank you.
Thank you, Sabu Rasta. Let's talk to this person. Hello. Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, let's say hi to the Matane. Enter your paper. The issue on this demolition ethics. Mr. Nime, Mr. Cancelling Red. I'm a say a party inside. Mr. Nime to be hot in the town, you know, to be hot, you know, it's whatever similar serious Mr. Nime. You know, there's somebody there how you going to. But all in the new for somebody, what happened to all I get, Mr. Nime. Then it's still a woman to this, we have to have to where I can. That's on the strategy. That will kind of have a whole thing on this and that's so for them. But the president will say that, or is not the this one women from all sickness. They run to be like the matter, it's a message about it. So they to them are fast to be no flow. But for from the activity there, Mr. Nime. There's somebody did a whole thing. What is the oil and limo? If they don't make Mr. Nime, the one that I don't make a hundred pounds, why are you beginning? Now, what will you tell the people? What will you tell the people, Mr. Nime? They brought that man whenever it comes to power, Mr. Nime. Now, Friday, you know the Friday people at home. You know, you are in the country, Mr. Nime. They say when it comes to power, that demolition exercise, downtime, your people perish. So, you're going to forget again. So, today, that means that the harmony Mr. Nime, you stay on in that issue. And I tell Mr. Nime, I eat the head. So, you know, it's it. But who are sitting no flow? I put somebody out there. There's somebody there, how you break it down, Mr. Nime. I would have put for you. I would have put for you, Mr. Nime.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Patience. Esther, we have a call.
Yeah, we do.
Ahead.
Let's take this person. Hello, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, Esther.
Good morning or good afternoon. Go ahead.
I know I met you, man. I was like, oh, where my daughter gone? I'm like, good morning, Brother Winner. No, thank you. Thank you so much for your show and what you're doing for our country. Mm-hmm. This is my Rebecca calling from Minnesota. I just want to chip in a little bit. I think yesterday somebody was insulting me on Facebook because they made a post about the police attack and what have you. And I told them, I said, look, the same thing can happen here in the U.S. Mm. Your son when George Floyd got killed here. You know what happened, what the citizen did. So if the police go out of orders and the citizen can rise up against them to claim the attention of the government. To be very frank, send the government in for the sentencing of their victim from the police. They're who's supposed to protect life and property. They are the one killing the people. Police will stand somewhere and see two people fighting, killing one another. They will not go there. Something happened when the police seriously called them, come to our aid, they just go there and shoot the person down. They've been killing our people. Now, we live in a country here. Even if I live in my apartment, I can't pay my rent. There's a way the law will come after, they will send me to court. They bring that notice first, that evasion notice to me. If I go through it and I know that I have your financial problem, then I go to court. able to help. Now, somebody left somewhere for 40, 30, 25, 20 years. Then somebody just come from the blue moon and said the property for me. Look at the surrounding of Monserrado. Somewhere where they're building a hydro, when you go there, it's a heavy bush. You see houses, you see no baby trees, the cotton tree grow in houses. That bush is there. When you get there, you will not even know that place is Monserrado. They can't go there to develop the place. But Inca, where the people live for years. And the citizens, they're watching the government coming, breaking people's homes, making men and women homeless, the children sleeping in the street. And now, nothing coming from out of it. You break the places down and think you say they coming carry on development, nothing happening. Now you coming to the next community, trust me, the citizen will stand up. Something they got in enough. The police need to be very, very careful. They're supposed to be the friend of the citizen. So anything that happens in that country, the police, they are not magicians to figure out anything that the citizen, they want, the police can use to follow what any crime or anything that is going on in a country. So now somebody that something happened yesterday in North Minneapolis. Before I can leave the land, there's a shooting that went on. The police guy, they don't know who to the shooting. But that the citizen that around them, because they are friends to the citizen, that the citizen they inquiring from to be able to identify that person. So if you are a police, before you work, what the thing is, greatness, or before you work, what the thing is, the citizen got to be your friend.
Okay.
If you make the citizen your enemies, you will not be able to fight any crime.
Thank you.
So it's not a good thing to attack police, but when the citizen get tired of being brutalized, being killed, they can wrestle against the police to call the attention of the government, for the government to be able to call their police order. So it's not a bad thing, and nobody will take it to be anything bad. Sorry to those that got wounded, but they took away other people, their family lives.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. That's what I want to talk about today. Yeah.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you so much. Let's take two more calls and then we close up. Let's talk to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you? Go ahead. You have a minute.
Yeah, I want the police director to know on main page they got 2 years at the moment. One day will start, and when you know, one will be because they're friend. We did not put the police director, put the president. So any other thing that would not satisfy we according to our constitution, we got the right to go to the president to lay our complaint. If we put the president elected a president. So our complaint will not go to police station, we'll go to the president and give our complaint at the president because we're angry. For the president to know what authority, because for the citizen you will get the whole state. What the police director people working with the citizen in this country. It's bad, where are the academy? That academy is known as green. Because the reason why they classify the academy as green, because when you go there, you will use certification and you will get paid as a police officer. Then we know that we have put out 3 police officers that are attended on the academy and make grades. So you should stop provoking with the citizen. You should stop provoking with the citizen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's take you. This person as our last caller. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Million Dollar Escort. Thank you. I hear me about standing at this point at the afternoon from Chicken Factory. That's about concern that's about justice. I listen to Moru and I'm a police director. In my mind, what Moru said is true. Because the police director confronted right after the protest on school press conference. He said a police officer arrested. Well, when you arrested, he did not show shit. But if you are all for the delivery, if she pull that there, if I was part of that food that lady would chase for her, whatever she ever was going to do for her, then next time the other food that will be coming here, be very careful. You go to the lady, you go to the club, who pass that good, then you'll be careful in your country. Thank you.
Thank you. And folks, we're not taking any more calls. To those of you who are sending in your comments, we apologize. We have a very new system here and we're trying to get adjusted. So it's going to take us some time to get adjusted. We're gradually getting into it. So you don't worry. You just forgive us today. All right. I'm quite sure tomorrow and days to come, everything will be okay with us. So let's go back to Aliyu. Aliyu, just take a minute to wrap up. Aliyu, are you there? Aliyu? Okay, I think we're having some issues getting our USA partner. So, folks, on that note, this is how we go home today on the program from the Print News, the July 2026 edition. By God's grace, the team will be back here tomorrow, same time, same station. Let's keep praying for our country, Liberia. Let's hold together. We may have our political differences. You know, we may not be of the same political party, but the only political party you and I have is Liberia. So let's keep pushing and making sure our country is a better place for all of us to live, be it position, be it opposition. This is the only country we have. So let's hold together for the betterment of Mama Liberia. My name is Wendell. Esther Daku was here, and we'll catch up with you on tomorrow. Take care and do have a blessed week.